Hello, this is Ian Lamont from In 30 Minutes Guides. Today I'm going to give a basic explanation of stock indexes. If this video helps, please take a moment to like it and follow me, and let's get started. We are looking at something called the S&P 500 index. A stock index is basically a collection of stocks. Stocks might be Ford, it might be Apple, it might be some other company that's listed on the stock market, it's publicly traded. But it's gathering many of them together, and then the index reflects the health of all of those companies that make up the index. And actually, I shouldn't say it reflects the health of those companies. It reflects market sentiment about the prospects for those companies. So let's say that S&P 500, which includes very big companies in the United States, including Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, JP Morgan Chase. Let's say that on a certain day, all of those stocks went up. That would probably contribute to the S&P index going up as well. However, if traders are selling a lot of these stocks and the price is going down, that will make the index go down as well. And indeed, you can see that this index over the past 5 years has had periods where it's been growing pretty steadily and then very sharp drops. Early 2020, as many people know, that coincides with the start of the coronavirus pandemic, and there was a panic at the very beginning. However, as money was pumped into the economy by various world governments, that increased the amount of money available to invest, and also some companies did very well during the pandemic, and the S&P index went up. Right now, it's in bear territory. It's not been performing very well, but if history is anything to go by, you'll have periods where it goes up, you'll have periods where it goes down, and that's the way indexes will work. S&P, Standard & Poor's, they decide which companies are in the index. There's 500 companies. Every once in a while, a company will be removed, and then a new company will come in to take its place. So, for instance, Tesla, which is down here, that was not in the index as of a few years ago, but it was added later on. Sometimes companies change their names. Meta Platforms, that used to be Facebook. The other thing to note is that there's all kinds of indexes. Dow Jones, you may have heard that one before. Those are industrial companies. NASDAQ, these are usually technology companies. And by the way, sometimes a company can be in more than one index. So Apple, for instance, is represented in many different types of indexes. NASDAQ also can represent the place where the company is listed. Russell, this is a group of small cap companies. Sometimes you'll see even global indexes. So for instance, let's say Egypt, they have their own stock market. So there'll be, an Egypt 100 or something like that. And there are all of these indexes that exist. They help people kind of evaluate market sentiment. Sometimes they help people determine if there's a crisis going on or there's kind of good times going on. And then one other thing that investors should know is that it's possible to purchase so-called index funds, which track the performance of an index. And the idea for doing this is if you purchase an index instead of individual stocks or mutual funds that are, for instance, decided by a human being who picks which stocks he or she thinks are going to perform well. The idea with the index fund is you can never really do better or worse than whatever the underlying index is reflecting. That's a basic explanation. For more information about how to get the most out of mildly complicated topics such as investing, go to in30minutes.com. That's the company that I started. We have books on all kinds of mildly complex topics, from Google to Social Security to personal finance to genealogy to crowdfunding, and you can find out more information about the books there. This is Ian Lamont signing off. Thank you so much for watching.